right, so let's move on
Maybe.
to a topic that I think I'm going to enjoy listening to you guys argue on. Let's see here. I don't have it pulled up. CJ, can you go ahead and there we go. One has to go. Do you have a screen shared on this?
Yes, we do.
So I just actually stumbled on it about 10 minutes ago on Twitter, what you guys were talking about. Of course, Omar alluded to it a second ago. I don't think we brought it in the comments yet, but we'll bring it up in just a second. One has to go. You got Trae, you got Jamal, Brunson, and Fox.
Sure.
I'm going to step back and listen to you guys argue this out because, Nick, I want to hear you first, man.
I just need the world to stop playing with my guy. They keep playing with my guy for some reason.
De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's one of my guys, but this is not the guy that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's Mr. Trae Young, number 11 for the Atlanta Hawks, the franchise player for the team. You know, best to me, the best point guard in the Eastern Conference, and that's no knock to Jalen Brunson. That's no knock to, I don't know, LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton, or whoever. Just, when you look at it, came into the league in 2018. He's done a lot. He's got the playoff moments. Not saying that Jalen Brunson doesn't, but as a number one option to me, I feel like he has that edge. So I'm looking up. I got some numbers for you. Career numbers for Trae Young: 25.5 points, 9.5 assists, 43% shooting, 35% from three. I know the shooting numbers are not the highest, and yes, I will give you that. Trae Young shot selection can be questionable. I will give you that, but when the man is in rhythm, to me, I'm not gonna say he's unguardable, but he's clearly one of the best shooters in the league when he is in rhythm. This season, averaged 26 per game, 10 assists, 43, 33, 88 shooting splits. To me, I'll just be real. There's something that Trae Young has that a lot of these guys don't. Not saying that these guys can't do it. To me, Trae Young's a better passer than these guys. And whatever, Omar. Whatever, Omar. Like I said, Trae Young is a better passer than these guys. I know that De'Aaron Fox led the NBA, and I think fourth quarter points, some of that were clutch points or whatever. But to me, I'm going with Trae Young in the clutch. I'll just give you that. As far as taking a final shot, we saw it this year, even in the playoffs against Boston in Game 5. And look, I'm not trying to take nothing away from these guys because I love these other three guys. Jamal Murray, right now is on the tandem. He's on a mission to get his first championship. De'Aaron Fox and the Kings, they're on the rise. Jalen Brunson, he's finally a number one option for the Knicks. He's their point guard for the future. But I think as of right now, obviously getting to the conference finals, and people forget how we got to the conference finals. He had to go against a New York Knicks team. And even though they basically dominated that team, but even then, I feel like that was still kind of a hard matchup. But even going up against Philly as well, with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, I know people will probably say, oh, well, Ben Simmons played horrible in that Game 7. That's not on Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told Ben to pass up a dunk to possibly posterize Trae Young. Nobody told him to do that. But in honestly, even in that conference finals, they snatched Game 1 on the road, and people forget. Trae was dealing with an ankle injury. I think he missed the last 3 games, and even then, Atlanta still kept it competitive. So it's and I'm not saying that Atlanta was going to win that series because I definitely picked Milwaukee to win it. But I guess you could say to me, even though the shooting is not there, I think Trae Young still, in a way, can make others better. I know that he kind of gets a bad rap at times because of all the stuff that happens, besides the basketball court. But to me, I'm not saying that Trae Young is the best player out of these 4, but he's not the guy that I'm letting go. I feel like he deserves his respect. And for some reason, the past few years, it's people just seem to forget about Trae Young. It seems like Trae Young is kind of the scapegoat in this whole thing. And I just need my guy to get some more respect. That's just me.
So you defended a person. So who are you cutting?
I'm not saying that, man. I'm not gonna say it yet.
That's the whole thing. Is you cut one.
I'm gonna pick Brunson, man. Look, like I said, the reason why I am is because, look, I get it. Playoff Brunson is a real thing. I get it. People like to bring up the whole Dallas situation. He definitely led the way in that Utah series last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he definitely had a pretty good series overall, even in this year's playoffs. But to me, I feel like he's still getting started. Same thing with De'Aaron Fox in a way. But if I had to choose, I got to go Brunson. That's just my opinion.
Okay. I mean, hey, it's your thoughts. That's fine. It's what you like in basketball. Hey, CJ, would you like to step up and give us your, I would say rebuttal, but I guess it's not really. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, one has to go. It has to be Trae Young. I mean, he's a great player, and Nick made a lot of good points.
Nick takes his headphones off.
But for Brunson, it's just real simple. It's like this is his first year really being the guy. After leaving Dallas, he also got drafted in 2018, second round pick, 33 overall, and he didn't get an opportunity, and he was a better college player than Trae Young. But we don't have to go into that. But once he got the opportunity last year in Dallas, took was a big part of the Mavericks going to the Western Conference Finals. Now we see the Mavericks, they didn't even make the playoffs this year, and Luka was healthy pretty much the majority of the season. Goes to the Knicks. They said he was overpaid, bad move. He's not going to be the same player. He's not going to bring the type of impact. Can't be the savior. All these narratives before the season started. As soon as he comes to the Garden, 25-6 on almost 50, 40, 85 splits. Just the leadership, the intangibles, just making everyone around him better. Just got announced to being a part of the FIBA basketball tournament this summer. He's going to be there, and he's going to make an impact. I know for sure with that U.S. team. So congratulations to him on that. And he's just the ultimate leader, bro. I mean, it's just like he's more efficient. He's a better shooter. Like I said, Trae Young hasn't even shot over 40% from three his entire career. And he's a guy that takes a whole bunch of threes. And Nick gave off the stat last episode to back my argument on that. And just saying. And Brunson hit 41% this year. And I believe he was, if not 40, he was high 30s last year. And again, that was on a limited role and with him just watching Luka do everything. And listen, bro, this year had 41 in the elimination game. Just didn't get any help. Randall, 14 points, prayers up. Got the ankle surgery. Prayers up to him, man. And RJ, 1 for 10. It's like, I don't know what you want him to do. But yeah, man, it's just Trae Young's a good player. He's a great passer. But to me, I like point guards that are efficient and they're not jacking up threes and shooting 30-foot threes. I don't think that helps the team. Now, I think bringing in a guy like Quinn Snyder, he could kind of change his mindset a little bit and shift Trae Young's mindset just a little bit and have him understand that we don't need those type of shots. And maybe you get closer to the basket. It could help you. But Brunson, he's kind of like he's 6'2", but he plays like a big man. He has the post moves, the footwork, the touch around the rim. It's just he's just a different player, man. And we see how great he is once he got the opportunity. Should have been an all-star this year. Got snubbed for sure. But I think he keeps this up. He's going to be an all-star next year. No doubt about it. The Knicks were 11th in the East last year. Now they had the 5th seed. As soon as he gets there, he was really the only big. I mean, Josh Hart was a trade acquisition, but he doesn't go there. Jalen Brunson is not there, so that's again another big reason. So they go from 11 to 5 when they bring in Jalen Brunson, winning player. He's been a winner everywhere he's been. Stevenson High School, Villanova, two-time national champion, player of the year, and we're seeing the success that he's having right now in the NBA. 26 years old, so like Nick said, he's only getting started, but the start is great. And, for him to take all the pressure, everything that was talked about him in the summer, all the negative narratives about him being overpaid, even though he was, 16, 17 highest paid point guard in the NBA, which is absurd to call somebody overpaid with, in that ranking. And he's just stepping up, man. He's exactly what the city needed. And I'm taking him over Trae Young every single day, man. Every single day.
Michael Lawson, who you got, man?
Well, here's the way I looked at it. I started with Fox, a Kentucky guy. He ain't going nowhere. No, I'm playing. Started with Fox, and I just looked. Okay, the team didn't really add anyone from last year, really. They traded and got Sabonis. I think. No, they didn't. No, they did. They got Sabonis from Pacers mid-year, didn't they?
Last year.
Last year to this year. Okay. They weren't really much. Brown comes in, gets Coach of the Year. Fox leads them to, second round against Golden State loses.
First round.
First round, Golden State loses. But still a much bigger, better year than last year because they were, second, I think, in the regular season or third as far as ranked by the end of the regular season.
Third,
yeah. Fox was the main reason for this. So I look on up to Jamal Murray. Last year, Denver Nuggets supposed to be good. They made it to the second round as well. A good team. He's been hurt. He's come back now. What I've seen him play in the playoffs alone, they're in the NBA Finals. They're a better team because Jamal is there playing. He ain't going nowhere either. I look at what New York was last year without Brunson. I look what they are this year with him. I can't cut him because that's the only thing that they really added that helped. Josh Hart, yes, mid-season. But they added Josh Hart because New York was relevant, making a push. They were making the roster better to continue to get better. I look at the Hawks. I look at them last year. They did decent last year. I look at them this year. Didn't they add Murray mid-offseason this year? Was that or was that
Murray in the offseason this year?
So they add Murray in the offseason to make their team better. And they did nothing, basically. They were in the play-in game. They beat Miami. They beat Miami.
And they put Boston 6 games.
And then they go home. So Miami is now in the finals. So thank you on that one. And they're up right now by 8 points with 5 minutes to go in this game. So Trae Young, by the process there, he didn't make his team any better. He didn't do anything that really stood out this year. He's got to go.
Okay, so let's do this. So you mentioned the Knicks. They added Josh Hart. Great addition. Great addition. You know, I'm on record saying that was probably one of the best trades of the deadline.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you look at their roster: Josh Hart, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, and the list can go on and on. Give Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, good point guard, all-star caliber point guard. But I'll be real, I even like when the trade went down, I had my questions about it because I wanted to see how they were going to play. I thought that Trae was going to be more off-ball, considering that he is the better shooter. But somehow, some way, he was more the point guard, which I get. I think he's also a better passer than.
Is he a better shooter though? He's only shot 40%.
He's a better shooter than.
He's a better shooter. He's a better shooter.
Yeah, he's a better shooter. Okay. But also, you have. I mean, look, I love DeAndre Hunter, but DeAndre Hunter has his streaky moments, very inconsistent. Clint Capella is a great rim protector, but can't space the floor in offense. John Collins, he's been trying to get out of Atlanta for years. My thing is, I feel like, of course, I mean, look, I don't even know what happened, but
Miami is playing a 1-3-1 defense. I don't know if y'all see this. They switched from the 2-3. They're playing a 1-3-1. Bam sitting in the back, and he just got a nice block. Like it had to be at its peak without it being goaltending. Sorry, carry on. I'm enjoying this win that we're looking like.
My entire thing is the situation in New York for Jalen is a lot better than the situation in Atlanta for Trae. And I think we should all be able to agree with that because even coming into this year, Trae and Nate McMillan, they already had their issues, which is part of the reason why Nate ended up leaving. Then they hired Quinn Snyder, which I'll be real, I'm still not high on that signing. But and look, I know that we have our questions about Tibbs, but let's admit Tibbs is a better coach than those two guys. I think we can admit to that. So Of course, I mean, when you talk about, like the Hawks didn't really do good compared to the Knicks, like Jalen Brunson has a better roster around him.
You weren't saying that before the season started, though.
Was that?
No.
You weren't saying that before the season started.
I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. But when you look at the course of this season,
when they got DeJounte Murray, we were saying top 5 team in the East.
We were because me and Nick we had New York as the 8th seed. And we made fun of CJ having New York at the 5 or 6, I think it is. We may have to bust their old videos out and check this out for next episode.
But either way, the course of this season, it was clear that Jalen was in a better situation in New York than Trae has been in Atlanta over the past at least 2 years.
But it's because of Jalen.
Right.
He single-handedly made his team better.
But they still had decent guys on the roster. Like, you forget this is a team that made the playoffs 2 years ago without Jalen. And then you just add them, and I get it. You know, in between those years, they didn't play well. Randall had a horrible year in 2022.
Right.
But
who put them out of that when they were in the playoffs?
Was that?
Who put them out of the playoffs?
We're not worried about that right now.
Well, was it Atlanta?
Oh, you talking about 21?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about this year.
Okay, so Atlanta put them out of the year that you're talking about that they made the playoffs. So I mean, they had a good roster just 2 years ago, and they added someone, and now they didn't even make the playoffs.
But you got to think.
I am. One team added just one person at the beginning of the year and excelled. It wasn't really that the team was better around him. It's he made his team. The team better.
Was better around Jalen Brunson. That was a better team compared to what Trae Young had this year.
He made his team better. Period.
I'm not disagreeing with that though.
Okay.
I agree with you on that.
Okay, let me ask you this. Trae Young on New York. Do you think they still have the same outcome?
Yeah, he's a better passer.
Stop.
Are you really gonna do that? If Trae Young was on the Knicks right now, they would still probably be the same.
Shooting 43% from the field.
But you're still getting 10 assists.
Bro, what's the 10 assists? Bro, we play isolation.
And you're playing alongside Julius Randle and RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes
who are inefficient. Not other than they're not.
Mitchell Robinson. The pick and roll. You don't think the pick and roll work?
They got Clint Capella over there, bro. Is Clint Capella better than Mitchell Robinson? They're the same player. They're the same player. Right? I think Mitchell has a little more versatility than Clint Capella. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from Clint Capella. I like Clint Capella, but to me, all right. To me, they're the same exact player. Just one's younger. So it's like, and Randall and RJ, we was talking about trading Randall last year, bro. So like, listen, I mean, he had a great year this year, made All NBA.
Okay, but here's the thing: like, is Julius Randle better than John Collins right now? I think we will say yeah.
Yeah, he is. But he still has glaring flaws, and those flaws weren't as loud when you bring in a guy like Brunson who's efficient. That's what I'm saying. Like he's almost 50. He's 50, 40, 84. Trae Young's never even got 50% from the field ever in his career.
You guys are crazy.
It's not crazy. I'm just
we got to put some respect on my guy, man.
He's a great player, bro. He's a great player, but I would take Brunson because he's more efficient. It's just that simple, bro. He was one of these.
And you would take Jamal, and you would take Fox as well. But I mean,
because that's not. I mean, listen, bro. Like, bro, Fox and Murray, they're good, but like, bro, Brunson's right up there with them, man.
Whoa! I just thought of something. Hang on. Whoa! Nick, so you would cut Brunson, right?
Out of these four, yeah.
So, a few episodes back, we had the debate who's better, Fox or Brunson. You were saying Brunson then.
Did I say Brunson? I don't even remember who I said.
Yes, I was on an island by myself on the Fox. So now do you think Fox is better than Brunson?
I mean, they're kind of the same, but...
Well, I mean, I'm just saying you're cutting one and you're picking Brunson here, so you have to think that Fox is better than him, right?
Yeah. I'll go with that. Okay. I mean, it's not like by 1,000 miles, no. But I mean,
I'm still taking Brunson over Fox. That's just what I'm seeing. Fox, he had a great year. They got knocked out in the first round. Brunson first year with the Knicks, they went to the second round. And
who they played? They played the defending champs.
Okay.
But they didn't have Uber.
They had home court advantage. They had home court advantage in that series, and they should have won.
Great series.
It was a great series, but they should have won the series. I mean, Curry had to score 50.
Well,
Fox,
the Nuggets
Fox
are on a 11-2 run.
It's a great game right now.
I think Miami closed this one out.
Oh,
but yeah, man, like I'm still taking Brunson, bro. I mean, over Fox, like that's not a crazy take. I mean, I know.
I mean, it's not a crazy take.
I know the little kids on Twitter will go crazy, but that's why they're little kids. But
I mean, that's like other Knicks fans that are like always complaining about certain things. I don't know why.
I said a little. I mean, just I'm just talking about. Again,
you just talking about NBA Twitter in general.
You look at impact, bro. Like again, that's what I look at. Impact. The moment he got here, it's been success. He's been successful. It's just that simply top 5 team in the East. The second he got here, and that's with a limited. And Tibbs is a good coach, but he's not a great one, and that's just what it is. And Randall's good, but he's inefficient. RJ's good, but he's inefficient. They're terrible floor spacers. If he was inefficient like Trae Young, we wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Oh, it's going down to the wire.
I've got 48 seconds left. What do you?
Oh my God, really? I got 5 seconds left, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to.
Oh no, I hate you guys.
But didn't say nothing.
I know.
But yeah, man. I got Brunson all the way, bro.
So let's rank them. Let's just take
okay. So that's what I was going to ask. Like,
they had 41 in an elimination game and got sold by his 2 other teammates. It's just that simple, bro. Like 25 points combined between RJ and Randall in an elimination game.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, so are you picking Brunson number 1 out of these 4?
I mean, listen, bro. Yeah. Yes. You telling me if Brunson had Jokic just like Murray had Jokic? What are we saying, bro? It's the same thing.
I mean, he had Luka.
And they went to the Western Conference Finals, but Luka's not. Yeah. Jokic is like
no. Yeah. I get that. Yeah, I get that.
We stole one.
Big dub. 41 from Jokic, not enough.
That was a big one for Miami. That was a big one for them.
Not a sweep.
I got to go back and watch this game.
I was saying, I kind of missed most of it because we've been talking.
I was glued to it. I ain't gonna lie. Miami's ball movement and even just their spacing the whole time was phenomenal. I even like their defense. What they went to that 1-3-1 thing. It put Bam meeting Jokic in the backcourt in the front court while the guards could guard him out on the top of the key there. I think it kind of messed with the head a little bit there. So
Murray got a good look. It was a good contest, but Murray got a clean look.
Absolutely.
This is what kills me. You trying to tell me the Lakers couldn't get one against this team, but Miami just did.
Quit putting so much disrespect on Miami.
I'm not, but I'm just saying you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis. What do you mean?
Maybe they just ain't that good.
I'm taking Bron and AD over Jimmy and Bam any day. I'm just gonna let that be known.
That's fine because there's 5 people to play, not just 2, because that's why they're in the finals. But I'm going to go ahead and do my number. And with all due respect on my list, Jamal 1, even though he's not been the number 1. I just like his whole his shot creation, his even just set up shot defense-wise as well. I'm taking him because he's a little bit taller than everyone as well. I'm going to go CJ, congratulations. I'm going Brunson number 2 right now. I'm taking Fox 3, and then what's his face? Trae Young.
So our whole video we did a couple months ago is null and void.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on the future, or I'm on the present right now. Okay, let's keep on going.
I'm on the present too, brother. I'm with you. I'm right there with you, man.
Now, if Fox does exactly what he did last year or this year and can do that again next year, I think it's even closer on this because I guess I want to pump the brakes. I mean, I was excited with what he did and super high on him, but I still want to see him repeat it. Like, I don't want it to be a fluke, kind of like the Trae Young year.
I don't think it's gonna be a fluke.
I hope not. I don't either.
They're so.
That year was not no fluke, man.
All 4 players are great. So what I look at is efficiency, man, and that's just what it is. And
is this year's Miami a fluke? 8 seed.
I mean,
this is their second time in 3 years being in the finals.
I can't call that a fluke. I can't call it a fluke. But it's a good discussion, bro. And like I said, Trae's
hating
special.
on me all day.
Trae's special. And maybe if they do get that second guy, that's like a great player, because they don't have, DeJounte Murray's a really good player, but he's not a great player. And they need we're gonna get into the big man guard combo. They don't have that dynamic, wing or big that could kind of take a lot of the pressure off of Trae Young. So when they do that, if they do that, then we might have a different discussion. But yeah, it's good, bro. It's good talk. But again, I'm going with efficiency. When it's this close right here between all four guys, I got to look at the shooting splits and impact, and they all have impact, obviously. So then you gotta nitpick, and almost 50, 40, 85. It's like, it is 50, 40, 85. It's just JB, man. Let's get it. We got one, man. We got one.
So are we ranking them?
I rank mine.
Win here, man.
All right. If I got a ring, I gotta go Trae. No, it's fine. I'm not gonna go Trae Young or Trae 1.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's
okay. I'm gonna say Murray 1, just because the playoff. What he's been able to do in the playoffs. The impact that he's given to Denver. People forget, like, in between those years that he was hurt, they got bounced. They got bounced in the second round against Phoenix in 21. Got bounced in the first round against Golden State in 22. Then he comes back and they make the NBA Finals. It's a big impact playing alongside Jokic. So I got Jamal Murray 1. I'm gonna go Trae Young 2. I'll go Fox 3, and I'm gonna go Brunson 4.
That's crazy, bro.
You gotta give respect to my guy, man. Like,
I respect him. I respect him.
Trae one of them ones, man.
I said he's a great player. I just don't think he's better than Brunson, bro. But let's say we're nitpicking. It's good. It's good talk. If I was to rank it, you're asking the wrong guy.
You can rank the other three.
I'll say Murray, because they're in the finals, and he had a great Western Conference Finals, and he's playing well. I'm gonna go Murray. I'm going Murray, Brunson, Fox, Trae Young. Staying consistent. That's what I got to do. But true, Nick in me, the Nick in me is like, the Nick fan in me is just like, obviously we're going, the right number 11 is the number 1.
The right number 11. I honestly forgot they wore the same number. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Yes, sir.